And now it's time for this news blast from PEP Radio. During his campaign, President-elect Donald Trump made a number of threats regarding how the incoming administration will handle LGBTQ plus rights. Among the growing list of concerns, many LGBTQ plus people are worried that Trump and his allies could eliminate marriage equity, restrict gender expression and the legal recognition of trans identity, revoke access to trans-affirming healthcare and queer-affirming education, stifle progress in HIV/AIDS research, make LGBTQ plus parenting more difficult to pursue, and cause other potential problems that could emerge quickly or over the next few years. On November 29th, Kansas Senator Roger Marshall introduced the Defining Male and Female Act of 2024, a bill that aims to eliminate legal protections for trans and non-binary youth and adults by eliminating the legal recognition of their identities. The bill isn't likely to pass immediately, given that Democrats currently control the Senate, but this will change in early January when Republicans retake control, and many view the bill as a sign of what's to come. The ACLU anticipates the Trump administration will deploy three tactics against LGBTQ plus rights: removing anti-discrimination policies, implementing discriminatory federal policies, and using federal law to override state protections. The director of legal policy at the Mazzoni Center, Thomas Oud, has the following recommendations for the LGBTQ plus community. First, stay informed. Oud suggested that all LGBTQ plus people stay up to date on local laws and conversations about statewide legislation, and this is what will have the greatest impact on daily life. Connecting with local LGBTQ plus organizations and leaders will help people understand what's happening. Philadelphia Family Pride is hosting a webinar on Wednesday, December 4th, where local legal experts will discuss the steps that LGBTQ plus Pennsylvanians should take to better protect themselves and their families. A link to sign up is located on the PEP Radio page. Second, get your IDs. Oud also suggests that everyone get or update passports. This is crucial for anyone who might want to leave the country, even temporarily, during the next 4 years. Trying to establish an emergency fund will make that more possible too. Oud recommends that trans people consider updating gender markers on their federal IDs, such as social security cards, passports, and immigration records. These are straightforward processes that don't require any documented proof of gender to change. 3. Consider medical care. Right now, trans-affirming care, birth control, abortions, IVF, surrogacy, and other LGBTQ plus specific medical care is legal in Pennsylvania. But for those worried about accessing care should there be major changes, many experts also recommend visiting trusted doctors to discuss emergency plans. Some supportive doctors may help establish action plans or agree to provide care more discreetly. For instance, some trans people might receive HRT via pellet and pick up a 90-day injection supply to store in advance of need. This or other creative methods could cover half a year or more of medication, but can come with legal or personal risks. Establishing a financial or medical power of attorney, which legally grants someone permission to act on someone else's behalf, can ensure LGBTQ plus people that affirming and supportive community members act as decision makers rather than next of kin. Oud also recommends writing up legal documents that address specific medical decisions. And finally, protect your family. Some are rushing to get married because they don't know how long this right and the legal privileges that come with it will last. The National Center for Lesbian Rights recently shared that the organization doesn't believe LGBTQ plus marriages are at risk for being invalidated or that future marriages will be banned. But LGBTQ plus marriage is still an important issue to consider during family planning, said Nyack. While she underlined that no one should feel pressured to get married, marriage offers certain protections and makes establishing parentage a more straightforward process. Because Pennsylvania does not have a uniform parentage law, people establish parentage in a few different ways, including court orders. NIAC strongly encourages LGBTQ plus people with children to pursue confirmatory adoptions, which legally recognize parents who are not biologically related to their children. This is important even if court orders exist, NIAC said, as adoptions clearly establish parents' relationship with their children in language most people understand. For more information about this news blast, be sure to check out our social media page on Facebook and Blue Sky. Now back to more programming here on PEP Radio.